Hi, I'm Yami from Reebok CrossFit Thames.
And I'm Mandy Thorstadter from Reebok CrossFit Reykjavik.
We're going to have a look at some ideas on how to improve your shoulder internal rotation. So let's just see what we're talking about. Annie's going to lie on her back. We're going to test her internal rotation. So as Annie's in this position, if I bring her all the way back, you can see that her shoulder is resting nicely against the ground. I'm going to pin it in place, and I'm just going to see how far she can go while maintaining that position. So she's just in this point. If I let go and let her go further, you can see that her shoulder comes forward, and this is not a position where we want her to be. Think of your snatch, the pull, think of your ring dip, so muscle up receiving position. We don't want this, so we're going to need to improve that position somehow. Couple ideas. First, we're going to use a band, and it's going to stay up in the front of her shoulder. And that band is going to ensure that her shoulder stays back during this stretch. And it's going to bring her hand behind her back. She's going to put the opposite side hand underneath the wrist so that she can pull the hand off away from her back. She's going to get her midline tight, move forward, and use the band to pull her shoulder blade backwards from the front. When she gets to that position, she's got a couple of choices. She can either try to pull this hand away from her back, do like a contract relax type stretch in there. She can just hang out in this position for a little bit, and she can also use her hips to do movement forward and backwards or sideways. And why not rotation as well? Okay, spend about 2 minutes on these moves. The next thing we're going to introduce the lacrosse ball. We're going to have a look at the rotator cuff muscles around the shoulder, especially those ones that affect the internal rotation. So we're going to look at this area here. And it's going to lie on her back. She's going to position the ball on the side, just in here, on that kind of meaty part. And to put the ball on, she's going to roll on top of it, so she needs to put some weight on the ball. She's going to get in this similar position, making sure that her shoulder feels safe. She can start in this position, put some weight on the ball, and now she can roll the hand down as far as she can go. If this doesn't quite feel like you're on the right spot, you can always play around with this. You can try to twist a little bit facing to the right, bring that left hand over. She's going to go a little bit more sideways. Based on her facial expression, she just found the spot. Good. And the ball doesn't have to be fixed in one spot. She can also go a little bit higher up in here, doing the same thing. Or she could even turn fully sideways in here, just turn over the ball as much as you can. And then she could just roll in that position. If you're in this position, you're going to do anything like this, make sure that your shoulder is not shifting forward. That's not what we want. So again, couple minutes spent on this position. Then the last one, and potentially the worst one, is Annie goes back on her back, and if you just roll facing that way, we're going to use the ball at the bottom of her rib cage. So if your shoulder blade is here, we're just going to go at the bottom of the shoulder blade, and it's going to lie on it. She's going to bring the same side hand behind her back. Okay? She has to do a little bit of adjustment to find the right spot. Kind of just on the angle of the ribs here. And she can do movement just with her legs, going back and forth. Or she can use this hand and move it in and out of the position. Okay. Other option is that she can roll over with the upper body, so you can take this hand and reach it this way. Okay. She's just trying to cause some movement in this position. Also, if she just takes a deep breath, that's going to increase the mobilization in here. She's going to go all around, and she's going to move. If you just tip that way again, she's going to move from starting in here at the base of her shoulder blade. She's going to move around the shoulder blade and up on the inside between the spine and the shoulder blade as she does this.